We are about to start. This is Robot Nuke. Now let's hear it for the man, the myth and the legend in his own head, Eric Nuke Hudson.
Hey. So welcome to the live for Thursday night. And I have probably got to update that intro, multiple reasons, including I was looking at that. I've been on a fitness journey, and I saw some parts there where I am much fatter than I am now, or less fit. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to start going through some of these numbers and see what's going on, talk about the market in general. Hopefully some folks show up tonight and I can answer some of their questions, because there is so much going on in the market. And I know some of you probably have some questions. And if you are coming into this at a later time, ask your questions down below in the comments, and I'll try to get to them, or at least answer them on the next live stream. So let's go ahead and get into the most important thing, which is going through the numbers and seeing what's going on. So let's first of all go through what happened last month. I know I was supposed to put out a monthly market video. I didn't, because my editors aren't catching up with the videos fast enough. So just to give them a reprieve, one more video probably would have been too much for them. So here we go. So for March, which, April, we have to go through what happened in March. We had 2,142 homes sold. That median price holds steady. So we're 3 months down, 185 every month. So that is steady across the board. 3 straight months. 3,340 new listings came on the market for a median price of $525. Now look at this. 5,516 units are available for effective inventory going into the spring. We are entering the spring market right now. 2.5 months of inventory. Now let's skip ahead a little bit here. Let's just look at the average price. Average price, $630,000. So the average is higher than the median. And for those new listings that came on the market, 750,000. Look at that. Okay, so let's look at condos and townhouses. 570 units sold. 1,053 new listings. 2,204 units available. Median price sold $306,495, which is, I do believe, a new record. I probably should have brought up the last month's figures just so I could tell you. Let me tell you here. So let me bring up last month. The previous month. So February, let me just slide this over here. 303. So a new record for condos and townhomes. 1,053 came on 2,204, 3.9 months of inventory. Even in these times, look at the averages. 323,266. And we're just going to leave it there. We're going to just talk about what is going on in the market right now. So overall, over the last 7 days, let me refresh this in case something happened in the last few minutes. 1,163 new listings came on the market. That's actually pretty high. And now we are going into the spring market. 198 came back on the market. Usually that means they fell out for some reason. But see, here's one that's the problem. Look at this. 1,052 had price decreases. That's almost as much as the new listings. These are people who wanted to do the old, I want to give it a try. Let's see what happens if I try this for a few weeks. Now, National Association of Realtors, they have some really good data on this. The longer you keep your house on the market at an increased price, the less money you actually get. I'm going to give you a little tale right now. Hold on a sec. You know me with my V8 juice. Let me talk at you for a second. Okay. Now, we just learned a contract on a house. House was on the market for a bit of time. We got the house. I'm going to make up some figures here so we're not doxing anyone. House on the market over 100 days. I'm going to make up numbers. I got to come up with some good numbers to make up. So let's say the house is on the market for $525,000. Okay. The seller bought the house at the top of the last market, which, as you can see, we're back to the tops again. That area of town has not experienced the tops again. They vary by zip codes. There's overall, there's areas. So let's say at the top of the market, the house, they bought it for $545,000. Trying to keep these numbers right in my head. Well, we were able to get it for 510. We'll just make that number up. One of the reasons was because of the amount of time. Now they started at the 545 because that's what they paid for it. So they wanted 545 and they gradually lowered it. Now, if they had put it out there at the 525 to begin with, or even 535 or 530, they would have gotten more money and wouldn't have been paying all of those bills for all of that time. That's why, this whole, I want to try, it hurts you so bad. But I'm going to get off of that because people don't want to hear it when they're trying to sell a house. They want to just hear, the standard, I can sell your house for this amount. And I'm just tired of doing it. Price increases. I rarely understand that. And sometimes I do. Sometimes you actually underprice the house, or I actually had this seller one time. Every time a house came on the market around him, and it was more, because every time a house comes on the market and someone lists another house, they always want to do the same thing. I want to list it for more. He would call me up. I want to raise the price of my house. Well, the house around the corner came on the market, so and they want more than I have mine listed for. So now I need to raise the price of mine. By the way, he didn't sell. He went through 8 more agents, and he got, let's just say, significantly less money. Get out your head, folks. I know I keep doing this. I keep saying I'm going to stop. I can't because I want to tell people the truth, and it just doesn't work. Houses that are actually under contract. So I'm just going to call it 900. It's a little bit less than 900. When you include the, about 9. Yeah, they're about. When you include these contingent on sales. This is where it's bad. Look at this. The sold houses compared to the listings. Usually you want to see these close to each other. This is way off, even coming into the spring market. Expireds 82. So we still haven't had a lot of expireds yet. But look at these withdrawals. Look at that. All these people, I didn't get the money I wanted for my house, so they pulled them off. And yeah, that's bad. Look at this. I mean, we add these up, 350. Just call it that. 350 took their houses off the market. They said, I'm not getting what I want, so I'm just going to take it off. It just hurts so many people. And, I want to, let me just take a look at one of them. I'm going to have you spend hundreds of dollars doing all this stuff. I want you to market my house. I want you to do all of this stuff. and then, oh, it didn't sell. I want you to I want you to suck up the loss. I just feel bad for that agent. I really do. Okay, so we got that. Let's see what the market is actually doing right now. Let's go into the residentials. Anybody have any questions? I have somebody here. Go ahead and ask them. So active right now, we're just going to go to the single family residential over 5. So we got to go to the results. And we got, oh my goodness, 6,078. Let's go compare that. So the end of month, we have 5,416. We are now at 6,378. Go. Oh man, that is almost 1,000 more single family houses on the market. That is a lot of houses to choose from, with a median list price of 560,000 with an average of 952,000. Median days on market so far has been 36. That's interesting. So let's go back to my search, and we're gonna go in here, and we're going to look at the condos and townhouses because they put them together. 2,492. Compare that to, it's not as bad. We're only we'll just call it 300 over. And let's look at the results. Wow, there is a $25,000. That's probably someplace down on the strip, someplace. Condo or townhouse. That is more than likely a high-rise place down on the strip. Wow, $5 million a square foot. I would love to see that. So median 284. Interesting. Average 357. Okay, but you can see that. Now let's see how the market is coming up so far. Let's get in here. Let's do our sold to date. So right now we should be at about the at least 90-95% confidence rate. So condos and townhomes, 384 have sold so far, which is going to be fairly close. We may be a little light this month, so sales may be down. So 570, 515, they were actually up. So let's see what happens. Let's see what the percentage of it is. So we are 24 days into the month, and we have 30 days in this month, I believe. Yep, so 24 divided by 30. So we're 80% of the month. So 385. Ooh, 480. Ooh, we are going to be down in condos and townhouses. Now, some things are going to be a little bit off, but let's see here. What's the results so far? Looks like the close price is going to be a little bit down, but this can change. 27 days on market. I should have brought up one more thing. I feel guilty. I got to get deeper into those numbers. I maybe have enough time to go look at my email. These numbers can be very deceiving. And the reason they can be deceiving is because what a lot of agents do is what they will do is they will list a property for just hours. Let me see if I can show this. Hold on. So there's a good way. And then just pull it. I mean, not pull it, then just put it under contract. It was already pre-sold. They just want it to flow through the system to show that they sold it. So it could be like a lot more than 27 days. So let me see. So these are sold. Let's look at days on market. If you see a bunch of, okay, so it wasn't that bad here. There's only 2. If it shows 0 days on market, good chance it's not 0 days on market. 0 and 1 are probably phony numbers. But with these numbers, those are probably accurate. So 27 days. Now let's go back and look at single family houses. 1,573 have sold so far. Let's compare that using our handy dandy math calculator. That's equivalent to 1966. And so it's going to be a little shy. Figure a few more will pop in. It may be equivalent. I think it may actually be just a little down, but more than February. That's actually surprising going into the spring market here, because I mean, spring market's already started. Let's go ahead and go into tab data. So the most expensive home sold was 14.7 million, just in case. And it listed for 16.9 million. Took 2 years to sell. Wow. 20 days median on market. That's amazing. Let's go and see what the numbers really look. Look at all these zeros. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Let's go to the next page. 1, 1, 1. Yeah, so a lot of these were phony numbers. So that did affect something. So that economist who told me that, he was really pretty right. Look at all those zeros. Those phony numbers. It's amazing that somebody can have so many phony numbers. I want to tell you another phony number that you need to watch out for. You will have agents, they pull this trick. Let me get my V8. So when they sell a house, they have to put it into the MLS that it's sold. Right before the market is sold, they will lower the price to the price it's sold at, or lower. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? They do that so when they sit in front of a seller and they go, we sell our house, the MLS average is agents sell the houses for 97.5% of the list price. I sell for whatever, 99%, 100%, 101%, 101%. That's how they manipulate the statistics, because those numbers are based on the final list price, not the initial list price. Nobody tracks that. You know, you ever heard that expression? There are liars, damn liars, and statisticians. That's how they mess with the numbers. So just so you know. Okay. Let's go on in. No questions. Okay. That takes care of most of them. I'm not going to do a breakdown like I sometimes, you know what, I feel like it. I'm going to do it. Let's get in here. Let's get some numbers down. Let's see. Of these that have sold, let's just break this down. And we're only going to look at Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson, because that's all of Southern Nevada. So 1519 so far. Of that 1519, how many have pools? Because everybody wants a pool. $388. Using that same criteria, what is the median price? $628,500. That's what the close price was. Because I'm always getting folks, oh, and then if it has a pool, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. Okay, you're looking at trying to spend $450,000. You kind of see right here that the median price is right now $628,000 for a house with a pool. Just so you got that straight. Let's go. As a matter of fact, I just shot a video. Hopefully be coming out beginning of next month. I went through and I showed different parts of town what you get for under 600,000 with a pool. Believe it or not, found places in Summerlin with pools under 600,000. Stand by for that video. It's going to be coming out real soon, probably beginning of next month. Next, something else people ask for: single story homes. I actually had somebody looking for a home other day, and they were like, I want to do this. Oh yeah, and I want a single story home. Then I had to remind them, okay, single story homes cost more than 2-story homes. They're like, single story costs more. Yeah, they do. So 764 of them. Median price $455,000. Interesting. But median square footage of single family homes 636. Reason is it costs, one, they're more desirable. That's why so many people ask for them. And number two, it costs more to build out than to build up. And just to show you, that was 1,600 square feet. So really it's about a good match between single and double. So 729. Let's just look how many square feet and everything. So 500,000. But look at the difference in size. It's 500 square feet larger. 250. I should have looked at the price per square foot, but it is more expensive to build out than to build up, so you get a bigger house. But it's on a smaller size lot, so it's less per square foot. Okay, what's another one people ask all the time? Whoops, it's all townhomes. Oh yeah. Bedroom downstairs. I'm going to keep on 2-story now. I'd love to have a bedroom downstairs 2-story home. It's $335. Let's see what the median price is. Probably should add that when I do my 625,000. That's the median price. Average is 863. Okay. Got several people here now. If you got any questions, ask them. Okay. Anything you guys want to see, ask those questions. Okay. Let's look at repos. Everybody's looking for a repo so they can try to save some money. So I'm going to go with all of them now. Let's see. Look at repos. Actually, I'm going to look at current homes instead of sold. Let's look at current homes. Right now, there are 24 repos that are available. Actually, let's look at what's sold. Yep, it's still the same. So 9 repos actually sold so far this month. And let's take a look at them. And the median price was $520, single family. Oh no, that's overall. Hold on. So that includes condos and townhouses. All of them were single family except for one townhouse that was $370,000. Well, this house here was 582, 3,000 square feet. Let's see what it looked like. So this was a repo. So bank owned. It had a pool. In all honesty, that price, that big, okay, that one would have been a savings. 3,100 square feet with a pool would have run a minimum of 750. Like, let's take a look. If I were to go out there, a non-repo house with a pool that sold, that was over 3,000 square feet. It was 5 bedrooms. Hold on, wait a minute. I didn't see if it was 5 bedrooms. I just know it was 3,000 square feet. I don't want to lie on anyone. Hold on. Let me get the stats on that, because I want to recreate that house. Okay, it's 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, 3-car garage with a pool, 3,100 square feet. So let me try to recreate that house. Usually that big, it'll be 5 bedrooms. So the bedrooms are pretty big. So 4+ bedrooms. 3+ bathrooms. And we're not going to worry about price right now. We're going to say it has a pool. And we're going to get the square footage in there. I'm not even going to worry about square footage yet. I just want to see. So right now, 123 sold. Let's look at the results. Just go from the least expensive one. Nowhere near that size. Oh, wow. Color me surprised. One for 3,000 square feet. Sold for 500,000. That is surprising. Wait a minute. Where's the pool? Was it a side pool? Come on now. Where is the pool? Okay. I did say pool, didn't I? Private pool, yes. Okay. I have to hide this. I have to go into the part that you're not allowed to see. You're gonna just see me for just a second here. Oh, above ground pool. So they probably took the pool with them. Above ground pool in Las Vegas? That's not normal. Let me look at these pictures again. Did somebody see an above ground pool that I missed? It must have been on that pad over there. Yeah, there was no pool here. It may have been on that pad and they took it. That's the only thing I can think of. Okay, let's try another one that's that big. Okay, 3,100. But wait a minute, that's the one that was the 595. Let's see. Okay, this was done. First of all, this is this picture here. It's not real. This is probably done by Box Brownie. According to when it was done, it could have been done by AI. They took this picture here. So this is like a little lesson. I like to I need to do this video again. It's been about 4 years since I've done it. People need to learn how this is done. I'm actually surprised they didn't clean up the driveway. So this was done, usually it's a company called Box Brownie. So they did this to give it this twilight look. And they did the same thing staging it here. You're now required to put in there here that's virtually staged. But they don't put in there that it was that. So yeah, this did have a pool. Ain't gonna lie. Oh my goodness, this is a good. Somebody got a bargain here. Somebody got themselves a bargain. This size of house for that price is a bargain. I don't know where it is, what side of town, but that is a bargain. Wow. And a balcony? Look how big that balcony is. Okay, wait a minute. It's not that big. Okay, so what happened here is it looks bigger than it is. This is a wide angle camera. So they use a good photographer here, more than likely a company called Virtuance. An upstairs hose. You see that right there? Wow. Yeah, Virtuous is a very good company. You can tell here that that's not. I mean, it's a good balcony. I'm just saying it looked bigger. That's still a decent sized balcony. That's a good sized balcony. Just looks bigger with the wide angle lens. Virtuous does well. I don't know if they've started doing this twilight stuff here. Oh, they did drone photography. Oh, really nice drone. Look where this sucker is. You can see the strip. Good drone photography. Very good shots. So hold on, I'm gonna check something here. Yep, that's it. What I was checking is I did some drone photography. I'm a licensed pilot. I did some drone photography for someone a few days ago, and you see the difference between the photos here. See, this is a 3:2 size. It gets real technical, and the person I guess had a real. I mean, he had a really good eye. Like I said, there's a difference between the sizes here because this is a 4:5 size. So drones will shoot in either a 16:9 or a 4:5, and the person, I guess they just didn't like that it was shooting at 4:5. It's like, well, these photos are 3:2. Well, they didn't know the size, and these are this. I'm like, there's a reason because old D or SLR slash DSLR, their sensors are 3:2, but modern things like phones and drones and stuff, the sensors are 4:5. I actually just had to find this out myself doing the research, trying to figure out the difference. So the MLS will accept these, but so they didn't want to use the photos because there was a difference in size, and as you can see, this person put them in because all drone photography is going to be this size. I just learned that. I actually didn't know because I don't charge for my drone photography. Oh man, they even put this in. This is so cool. This agent did, whoever this agent is, they did their folks good. They did their folks good. I gotta hide this for a second because I really want to go in here and take a look because they just really did their folks right. Hold on here. Let's see. So I'll tell you this. Oh, this is up in North Las Vegas, kind of like the near the Aliante area. Yeah, I didn't see it, but it had a spa, or at least I didn't notice it. Yep. Let's see what else I can tell you about it. Hmm. That is, I mean, man, oh man. Based on the taxes, I would have to say whoever is living there or was living there uh, was a disabled veteran. I could tell by the amount of taxes and the house, which means the current owner is going to end up with a shock because when it gets recategorized, it's going to get a they're going to lose the veteran benefits from the person being disabled. So yeah, you gotta be really careful of that one. So when you get a house and you go like, oh, the taxes are only XYZ. Yeah, next year the taxes are going to be about $1,500 higher. Our agent probably doesn't know that, and they don't know that. So that's one of those little things. I can just tell by, I can probably go deeper into the tax records, but I can just tell by the amount. A house like this at current tax rates, because I can tell you right now, I'm 100% disabled veteran. Um, my my taxes are $1,000 more than this. My house is, in this range or so, and I live in Vegas, but yeah, my taxes are $1,000 more than this. And so basically, yeah, that's 100% disabled veteran who is the seller on this house. I can tell that just by looking at it. Because hold on, I'm going to hide this again. I can just look at the tax rate on, like, let's say this one. Yeah, see the tax rate on this one, which is the same size and everything, is significantly higher, built around the same time. I had to hide this because I'm going into stuff you're not allowed to see. Yeah, so that was 100% disabled veteran. So that buyer is going to end up with a shock when they get a tax bill. So you just learned a lesson there. Okay, let's just find something else somebody may want to know. Let's get all this information out so I don't get bad information when I go in for the next thing. So, yeah, pools. We're no longer looking at that. Oh, short sales. Let's see. There's something off. What is off? Oh, that's screwed up. Still has two stories in there. So I did screw up something there. My bad. So let's go back in here and do these repos again. It's 13, not 9. So let's look at them again. I don't want to give you bad information. There's a manufactured home for $200,000 if you're interested. And a one-story single family. There it is. Okay, so we also have people who, oops, boy, I had a pool. Let's see here, and let's go for. Okay, stuff is really messed up now. Okay, I've messed up too much stuff. Take that out. And let's look at short sales. We had 5. So basically, I'm not going to look. If you're looking to save and get a bargain on short sales and such, they're out there. You're just 500 other people are looking for them too, but they're there. Just want to let you know, you go like, hey, I'm looking for a short sale to save money. And also, I had someone reach out not long ago. And I'm going to go to active on this one, and they were looking for like, something, an investment property. And they were looking for, it's like 89 multifamily units, and they were looking for a shorts, or yeah, a repo. So there were none, and I've never seen one, and no short sales. So just to let you know, since we're here, let's see if there's any on the high rise area. So any repos in the high rise? One. Wonder what that looks like. So it's 775. So this isn't the good old days of having all of these cheap prices on the short sales and stuff. And the reason you had the cheap prices back in like the you know 2010 to 2012 time frame is you had this money called harp and hemp. So the government was giving the banks money to get this stuff off their books. Well, that money is gone. So the banks want what the houses are worth now. That's why you don't see these huge bargains anymore. Just so you know. Okay, still no questions. Usually I have a question or two by now. Let's see. Anything else? That's about all I can think of right now. Nobody's asked any questions. Don't have any questions over here on Instagram. I'm going to stick around about 2 more minutes. If I don't have any questions, I'm going to go ahead and bounce out and get myself some dinner or something. Somebody else just joined. Just saying, if anybody has any questions, I've gone over a few little things here about, uh, the market so far. Oh my goodness. Hold on. I feel bad and I got to stick around a bit. I wanted to go over this stuff over here. So these are the current rates as of today. Now, these are nationwide averages here. So 30-year right now is 6.92, 15, 6.3. I'm not going to worry about jumbo. FHA and VA are about 6.35, 6.37 to be exact for VA. This one, let me see if I can. Don't want to play that. No. So anyway, March home sales dropped to their slowest pace since 2009, even though the prices are up. Inventory is climbing, but we already saw that. So it's starting to put a chill on prices. Home sale cancellations are actually surging nationwide right now, and deals are starting to fall through. If you are a seller, again, if you are a seller, be very cautious of this. This is another reason you do not want to overprice your house, because a lot of buyers are just really nervous right now, and they're just really, it's like these interest rates, everything that's going on in the economy. Uh, People are nervous about houses right now. We don't know what's going on, and I don't want to get into politics because somebody's going to drop in something either from the left or the right. Let's just talk about what's going on. I did want to talk about this one here. Hopefully let me turn this up a little bit. Hope you guys can hear this, and then I'll talk about condo market just a second and how it's affecting Vegas. And there's another one I'll talk about real quick. Okay, now how does this affect? How about, shut that down. Shut it down. So how does that affect Vegas? Well, it is actually starting to affect the condo market. Um, I got a listing right now, condo, and it's probably going to expire. This place is not going to sell right now, and my seller, we've had all of the offers have come from investors, and so far this year, every condo that is sold in that place has sold to an investor. And the main reason is the HOA fees. They have gone up so much that it's scaring everyone off. And only the investors are making offers right now. And my seller has turned down every one of them. And talked to an agent last week who just happened to be the owner of the unit. It was like, no, I have to get out of here. It's just too many risks right now in this complex. And I mean, she was just telling me the stuff that I hadn't heard from anybody else. I mean, it's probably because she's the owner and the agent. And it's like, the pool has been closed since COVID. I mean, I've been there, I've seen the pool, and it's like it's been closed. Yeah, pool's been closed since COVID. They've never opened the pool up. Pool's gorgeous. They've never opened it back up again. And then it's like the assessments keep going up. And then it's like, I'm afraid there's going to be a big assessment coming up because of all the stuff that's going on. And a lender told me no, it's not a couple of months ago, it's less than a month, so maybe 3 weeks ago, a lot of the condo projects here in town, let's say they've been already approved on the condo list where you can get financing. They're going in now, and then they submit all the paperwork. It's already on the condo list, and it's like, so you're already going in. It's like with the FHA, VA condo list, it's like they're going in underwriting, and they're like they're submitting the paperwork. It's like, not anymore. So it's that, and then plus the insurance is going up here in Vegas. It's getting frightening for housing. And it's not just Vegas, it's nationwide. All the stuff that's going on in Florida, all the stuff that's going on in California, Texas, it's starting to just spread like a contagion nationwide. And don't just go like, oh, that's why I didn't buy a house. If you rent a house, it's going to affect you. You understand? If the price of insurance goes up 50%, your landlord's insurance goes up 50%, which means they're going to charge you more rent. So it affects you no matter what. If insurance triples in Florida and you're a renter, you're going like, wow, I'm glad I didn't buy. Guess what? Your rent goes up because it goes up. It triples for your landlord. He's got to charge you more rent. So, yeah, housing is getting frightening. I mean, you usually hear me positive on housing because it's like they're not. I mean, we're behind like 4 million houses. Oh yeah, so great. Yeah, interest rates are high, but there aren't enough houses on the market. Great. Somebody goes, oh, look at all these houses. I mean, I just sat here and I showed you, wow, it's 6,000 houses on the market. Right before the crash of 2008, do you know how many houses were on the market in Las Vegas? 20,000. There's 6,000 now. 20,000 is more than 6. By the way, we have more than 500,000 people in Las Vegas than we did in 2008. So if there's 6,000 houses on the market now, and there were 20,000 before, and everything was going crazy, and we have 500,000 more people, yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. issues we have right now are interest rates, and I don't want to hear any more out of these people who are sitting around talking about, I can remember buying a house and it was 14% interest rates. Yeah, when you bought a house, it was 14% interest rates. You bought the house for $50,000. I don't want to hear that. A house is $500,000 now. So, anybody have any questions? We got 6 people here in the streams. Any questions? Any questions? Buyer, buyer, buyer. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. I know there's a delay, so I want to give it a minute so somebody can formulate a question. Do not be shy. I will answer any real estate question to the best of my ability. This isn't just for me to talk at you. You want to make sure you have any questions answered. If you're here watching a repeat of this, just leave a question below. Next live stream, I'll answer it for you. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start answering these questions more for you. One more minute, no questions, I'll end it. Didn't read it, but I guess there's something about there's reliefs from the tariffs for autos. We'll see what that is. I don't know what that's going to be. I'm thinking of putting together a home buyer series. If anybody wants to see that, let me know. I'll have to figure out if I want to do it live, do it as YouTube videos or something else. I want to make sure that I get those for you guys to answer any questions you have on home buying, because I know it's like a really hard subject, and I want to make sure you get everything and every question. Even when I do this like one-on-one, I still will have people ask questions, and because like when I do this one-on-one with people, I'll do it through a Zoom, and then I send them a copy of the Zoom, and still the stuff we went over, they'll have questions on, and I want to make sure that, you know, all the questions that people ask, I want to get out there. So anyway, it looks like there have been no questions tonight. I actually had a pretty decent audience. I want to have, at least for those of you watching the replay, I want you to leave down below some questions, or at least subjects you want me to cover next time, not just going over what the market's doing. I want to answer in the best way possible, truthful way, your real estate questions. Okay, so bring them, and how often I do this and everything, I want that to even happen. I think it's been a month since I've done a live stream, and I want to make sure I give you all the data that you want. Okay, I'll at least see you in 2 weeks. I may see you in a week. We'll see. See you guys later. Bye.